or you can also use the hashtag. Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, Stitch and Chill. I'm having a really hard time saying that today. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. It means the world to me that you want to spend some time and hear about what I'm working on. If you're new here, my name's Kelsey. I am a cross stitcher. I love to do kind of pop culture funky patterns, and I am currently loving working on full coverage pieces. But I do throw in a bunch of other little pieces too. Not everything is full coverage. But if you enjoy what you see, please leave this video a like and consider subscribing so you can see more of my updates. I am also on Twitch on Wednesdays and Sundays. You can find my schedule on my Twitch page, which the link is below. It's just a great way to chat with you guys while I'm stitching, and I really enjoy it. So if you are on Twitch and you want to check that out, link below. I'm so excited because we finally reached 500 subscribers. Yay! And now we are well over that 500 subscribers. So I am so excited. Thank you so much for subscribing, for supporting this channel, and making me feel like I'm not talking to a wall. Really appreciate that. I mentioned that I wanted to do a giveaway once we got to 500 subscribers, and I have figured that out. So I will be giving away one of my favorite notions, and that is these Floss Buddies from Bags Plus USA on Etsy. This is what I will be giving away, except for this is my mom's, so I'm not giving this specific one away, but I will be giving a couple of these away to people who enter into the giveaway, and you can pick which one you want on her website and I will order it. There might be some other little goodies in there, I don't know. But this is the Bendy Flip 12 pocket, and so it has 12 pockets for your floss to go into, and then it also has a little vinyl pouch on the back side for anything else you might want to keep in there. I have several of these bags, and not this one specifically. I have some of the bigger ones, but they are my favorite thing in the whole world. So I decided that that would be a good giveaway for you guys. To enter into the giveaway, comment on this video and make sure you include the number 500 in your comment so that I can run the little randomizer, and I will pick probably 2, maybe 3 winners, and those will be announced in the next FlossTube video. So make sure you comment below with the word 500, and good luck. So before we get into all of the stitchy things, because I feel like I have a lot to talk about, so I'm like going really fast. Cat. So I wanted to shout out a couple FlossTubers that I have been watching recently. The first one is Becky Got Craft, and she's hilarious. She's so fun. She's also an 18 count Aida queen, and I love 18 count Aida. So she had a shirt on that said 18 count Aida Club. I loved it. But she's super fun. She's mostly doing a lot of like full coverage kind of stuff, and seeing her progress will be super fun. She's very new. She's only got 3 floss tubes out, but definitely go check her out and give her videos some love because she's awesome, and I can't wait to see more of what she does. The second FlossTuber I have been watching a lot lately is the Dizzy Stitcher. I don't really have like a solid reason why I watch his videos. He does a lot of like full coverage, and he mostly does like big cats. And I don't know, I just like watching his videos, and I like hearing about his projects and why he's doing them and his progress and everything. I don't know, he's from New Zealand, so maybe the accent helps, I don't know, but it's soothing. But I have really been enjoying watching his videos, so I thought I would share him here for you guys. So if you're looking for somebody else to watch as well, Dizzy Stitcher is also great. And the last one is a FlossTuber, but now she is also on Twitch, and that is Stitchy Rin. She has been watching my Twitch streams for a long time now, and she just ventured into her own Twitch streams. So if you're on Twitch and you need somebody else to watch, Rin is really awesome. She has 1,000 million whips going on, but she's got a lot of cool patterns going on. She's does a lot of video game patterns. She does a lot of, like quirky patterns. She has this princess project she's working on. So right now she's working on a lot of Snow White patterns. But yeah, go check out her FlossTube and check her out on Twitch. She's super fun to hang out with, and I think you guys might like her. Okay, deep breath. There's a lot going on. So first, a couple of my Twitch viewers really wanted to do a stitch along, and I can't say no to a stitch along, obviously. But if you are interested in joining a stitch along, we are doing the Heart of the Season stitch along. So it is a year-long stitch along, but it's only 4 patterns. So I will put up what all 4 look like. It might be a little small. I might put it in front of my face. I don't know. But there are 4 seasons, and they're in a shape of a heart. The designer is Little Dove Samplers, and we got this off of Etsy. You can either buy each pattern separately, or you can buy all 4 at the same time. I bought all 4 at the same time. And the goal is to stitch all 4 hearts over the seasons during that season. So we are starting with spring, and spring is going to be a little shortened because we decided to do this like last week. And I don't think anybody's started yet, but we'll see. As of filming this, no one's started yet. But we're starting with spring, and we want to do spring between April and May. And then summer will be June into August. And then fall will be September to November. And then winter will be December and into 2024 through February. So if you are interested in joining that, I linked the patterns below. We also have a Discord channel for it, and my Discord is linked below as well if you want to join. Or you can use the hashtag Heart of the Seasons SAL. I'll put it right here for you. You can also follow that hashtag and see everybody's progress and join in with all the fun. So I have not started this one yet. I literally just went to the mailbox to get my fabric. I am stitching it on the light blue Aida, which is what the designer has stitched it on. So this is my Aida, and it's a little blown out, but it is a light blue, and it's 18 count, and this is a Witchelt fabric. So I got it from Everything Cross Stitch Supplies online. So yeah, I am excited to start on that one. I might start today, I might start tomorrow. I don't know. I'm kind of running out of time for the day right now. But yeah, I am starting on this light blue fabric. I have almost all of the floss. Well, I technically have all the floss. I have the color 898, which is a dark brown. And I have it for my other stitch along, the Farming Magic stitch along, and she's used it pretty heavily, so I might run out and not have, and it's pretty prevalent on this one as well. So I don't want to like run out, so I wanted to get another one. So I have enough that I could start, but that was the only one they didn't have, and that was like the second to last one I looked at Michael's. And so I feel like I jinxed myself because I had a bunch of other ones that were lower numbers, and I do them in order all the time. And so I'm going through them in order, and then I was like, oh my gosh, are they gonna have all the colors I need? And then 2 colors later, I ended up at 898, and it is not there. So I was like, great, jinxed it. But it's not hard to go back. I'm sure I'll find a reason to go to Michael's at some point. Moving on, we're getting into like the whips now. That was like a pseudo start / announcement for you guys, but actually into my whips. And I've made some really good progress since my last FlossTube. First, we're gonna do Deathly Hallows, which I am like, I don't know, 100 stitches from finishing page 2, and I just couldn't stay up late enough last night to finish it. So I had to leave just a little smidge down here in the corner. But I am pretty much done with page 2. So as you can see, like right here is just a bunch of black stitches, and I couldn't do it. I had to go to bed. And I haven't had time this morning to stitch any, but yeah, it is looking amazing. I am so excited. I think that I'm going to use this piece as a focus piece for April. It's April, right? Yeah, okay. I'm going to use it as a focus piece for April, and kind of let Schitt's Creek sit for a little bit, because I want to get some headway on this as well. I think I was watching a video yesterday from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, and they were talking about the parking method. And the nice thing about it was that she was doing it on a super simple pattern, so it was like really easy to understand, because Caterpillar Cross Stitch doesn't really make like huge, crazy full coverage stuff. And I was like, somebody had mentioned if I'd ever tried the parking method with my whips. And I was like, no, it looks too scary. But the way she described the parking method on this video made it a little less scary. So I think when I start back up into here, on this page, which is a lot of this blue and everything, I think I'm going to try out the parking method with it and see what happens. I might like hate myself after the first 10 by 10 square, but I wanted to try it. So when I go on to that page, as soon as I finish this last little tiny bit of stitching, I'll move the Q snap and I'm going to try that method, and we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping it will be a little faster and it will keep my back a little bit neater. She also showed how to do a pin stitch on that video, which I've heard the phrase pin stitch and been like, I don't know what a pin stitch is, whatever. But I actually thought it looked really nice, and you don't have to flip over your work to do it, which I usually tie the back of mine, like I loop and tie. So I have to flip it over. But with a pin stitch, you don't have to do that. And so I am going to try doing pin stitching in my life going forward, at least on my full coverages. So that is Deathly Hallows. It is looking beautiful. I am so excited to work on it and keep working on it. It's so pretty. Okay, next is the Schitt's Creek stitch, which oh gosh, that's a mouthful. I am going to put away for this month, I think, and focus on Deathly Hallows. Not because I don't love this one, because I do love this one, but just because I feel like I have so many other like little whips going on that I get pulled away from my full coverage a lot. So if I like focus on one for a month, I might get a little more progress. So we'll see. But I did finish page 3 of Schitt's Creek, and I took it out of the Q-snap for you guys. So it feels special, mostly because I had to move it. But this is where I am now. So I was able to finish page 3, so the whole top row is done. And now that I have pulled it out of the Q-snap and I see how much fabric is left, I'm like, oh my God, did I cut my fabric big enough? So yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But yeah, I haven't done the back stitching for Bob's Garage yet. I probably should have done that, but that's all that's really missing is just the back stitching of the name of the building. But the next one will be down here under Town Hall, and that's going to be Rose Apothecary, and it's a lot of brown, just brown, lots of brown. So that will be really fun when we get there. But here we are with Schitt's Creek. And this one's pretty easy because it's a lot of color blocking and it's not too like I don't have to think about it too much, but I love how it's turning out. The next one, I'm gonna have to show you a picture of. So the next whip that I have been working on is my Farming Magic whip, which is by Flossy Fox Shop, and it is a mystery stitch along. Part 4 just came out yesterday, but I did finish part 3. So here's a picture of part 3 because I moved my Q-snap and I don't want to move it again. So yeah, you just get a picture of it. But yeah, I finished part 3. I meant to take a picture of like the whole thing when I moved the Q-snap, but I forgot. I did get a start on part 4. It's a very, very small start, so don't get too excited. But I do want to keep working on it. And this is the one that I work on when I take my daughter to her activities because it's small and it's easy to take and everything. But yeah, so here is my very modest beginning on part 4. This is what part 4 is going to look like. It's a lot of the farming part. It's like the gardening, and there's a goat with wings, and that is also a dragon. Yeah, it's got a lot of like little farming things and plots where plants are growing, and super cute. But here is my start. So I have just started working on the beautiful flowers. So there's this pink flower and this blue flower right there. And that's all I've done. It took me an hour. Maybe a little less than an hour. Somebody came up and talked to me, and I was, looking up every now and then to see what my kid was doing. But yeah, I have gotten a very modest start on that, but I am excited to get through part 4. And I will probably finish it just in the nick of time yet again before part 5 comes out. I'm not sure where part 5 is on the whole grand scheme of things, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to keeping working on that. I have no idea what this looked like last time we were together, so I'll put a picture here. But this is my biscuit mill, which, if you remember, is my F1 stitch. So there's only been one race since my last FlossTube, so I've only worked on it. I've put in a little over 200 stitches since then. But if you remember from my last FlossTube, I started this one over. I was doing red thread on white 14 count Aida, and now I am doing a green variegated thread on this desert dust. I forget what it's called. Aida. And I'm so happy I decided to start over. But this is the Biscuit Mill. It's by Modern Folk Embroidery. And here's where I am now. It's looking very nice. So I pretty much just did like across this way. I really like this Aida, but it's very soft. So I'm not really used to working on it when it's so soft. I think this one's going to be hard for me to frame myself because like even just in the hoop, I can see like, since it's straight lines, I can see them like wobbly in the hoop. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't even know if I'll frame it, but yeah, I'm loving the thread and I love the Aida and the colors and everything. I'm very happy with this stitch, but like I said, it's my F1 stitch, so I only work on it on F1 weekends, and that is typically every other weekend. They do have a break in the summer, so I think next weekend it will be an F1 weekend, and I will stitch some more on here. All right, the last one is the pattern that I have created for myself. I also started this one over, if you remember from last FlossTube, and I had to frog a whole bunch of it. So I restitched the very, very top part, I think on one of my Twitch streams. So this is what it looks like now, and it's just, all I've done is this little blue right here. I think what I might do, because now it's starting to blend into the next color, I might do a blend of the threads, like where they kind of like overlap, and do a few that are solid, their own color, and then like intermix a couple that are like the two different colored threads to kind of like blend them together a little bit. I don't know how it's gonna look. I'm gonna do it. If I have to rip it out, whatever. I've already ripped out enough of this project that I don't really care. But yeah, that's my own project. So hopefully one day you'll get to see it and what it looks like in all its glory. All right, so on to the haul. I don't have a ton of haul. I just have a few things. But the first two things I got are, I think last Floss Tube I had mentioned that I was getting 2 more of the Floss Buddy bags from Bags USA, and those came and I'm very excited. So the first one is another one of the trifolds like what I have, but it's this, come on, beautiful little floral fabric, and it opens up. So this is one, I'm using this for the Farming Magic Stitch Along. So everything fits in there and it's so nice and neat and I love it. Oh my gosh, the best thing ever. And then the next one I got, I'm using for Schitt's Creek. And it's not really full because I only put the colors that I need for page 3 in here. But this one is one that does not fold. It's a flat one. So on one side, it has a little Velcro and a little pocket in here for things. And then on the other side is the little holders for the floss. And like I said, this one is just the colors I need for page 3. So not all the colors, and I still have plenty more when I get to maybe pages that have more colors. I kind of like the flat one a lot because it's not so bulky like this one gets, you know, when it's tri-folded. But like this is gonna be great for like traveling because you can just throw it in the bag and you don't have to worry about anything like falling out or getting hit or anything like that. And this one's a little less like that, but I do really like these. And that is why I'm giving a giveaway for the smaller ones because they are absolutely amazing. I hope even if you don't win the giveaway, you still go over there and support her shop because it's amazing. Also, I got a new needle minder because now I have too many projects. I don't have enough needle minders for them. So I jumped on Etsy and I just wanted to get a couple like not super expensive ones just so I had some, and only one of them's come so far. The other one is on its way, but this is the one I got and it is totally cute. It says, I don't know if you can see it. How close can I get? Here we go. It is a little ticket and it says shit show on it. And I love it. It's so cute. I got this from Gina's Unique Boutique on Etsy. I'll have a link down below to where I got it. It came in blue and red and yellow, and I like blue, so I went with the blue color. And yeah, this is like, it's a really strong magnet though. Like I can barely pull the magnets apart. So when it's on, it's on. And then the last thing I got was the fabric and the floss and the pattern for the Heart of the Season Stitch Along. Okay, I feel like I kind of went over future plans when I was already talking about my whips, but just to recap, Deathly Hallows is going to be a focus piece for the month. I'm going to keep working on part 4 of Farming Magic Stitch Along. Hopefully I'll be halfway done by the next floss tube. I want to get started on the Heart of the Season SAL, especially because there's only 2 months and even less than that to finish spring. So I want to get started on that and get a good start. And that's it. Future plans. And then obviously keeping up with my temperature stitch and my F1 stitch and everything. So I'll be sharing my temperature stitch at the next one because I don't want to share that every other week. It just is kind of boring, but we are getting some like really warm days. So there's going to be starting to get some orange in there and yellows and stuff. So new colors, yay. So that is everything for the stitchy stuff. If you came for the stitchy stuff, you can go now. If you are here for some chill stuff as well, stay tuned because we're going to talk about that in a second. But if you are going to head out, thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Enter the giveaway with a comment that has the word 5 or the number, not the word, 500 in it. And good luck. Okay, for chill things. So if you're new here and you're like, what is she talking about? Stay for the chill things. My channel is called Stitch and Chill because I cross stitch while I watch TV, movies, listen to audiobooks, all sorts of fun stuff like that. And I know not everybody who watches FlossTube wants to hear about that kind of stuff, so we put this at the end. So I just like to talk about the movies and shows that I'm watching while I cross stitch. I usually cross stitch while I'm watching TV because the other option is eating while I watch TV, and I try not to do that because I will eat everything. So the first thing is not really a chill thing, but it was super fun and I wanted to tell people about it. So my sister and I went to something called a Broadway rave. And if you like Broadway music, not if you like Broadway music, if you love Broadway music and you know a lot of Broadway music, 100% recommend going. It was so fun. We had such a great time. It was 3 hours, which I didn't think it was going to be that long. So it started at 9, which me and my sister were like, oh my God, 9 o'clock start time. That's so late. But we ended up staying the whole time. It went until midnight and we had such a great time. People were dressed up. You can go on the stage and grab the microphone and sing and dance. And it was just like, it was so fun. Best workout ever because I was like sweating, like starving by the end of it. I had to come home and eat another meal because I was so hungry from dancing around. But you should check them out. They're on Instagram at Broadway Rave and they're touring around the country. So if they are coming to a place near you, and you love musicals, definitely go because it is kind of a bummer when they play a song that you don't know and you're like, Like there was a lot of Dear Evan Hansen and I've never seen or heard Dear Evan Hansen. So yeah, but otherwise, so fun, so fun. Okay, for real chill things now. My husband and I have been getting through his Dark Materials season 3 very slowly, but we are getting through it. I think we're like halfway through. I think we're on episode 5 or 4. I'm not sure. But we're around in there and it's been really good. And I'm very excited to keep watching it. But I'm also very sad that it is the last season and it's been a really good one though. So it's on HBO if you're interested in watching it. It is based on the Golden Compass series by Philip Pullman and it's amazing. Go watch that one. I started watching Ted Lasso and I have a love-hate relationship with the fact that they're releasing it every week and they didn't release it all at the same time. On the one hand, I don't want to binge it. It's the last season. You know, I want to kind of enjoy it. But on the other hand, I want to binge it. That's what I feel like watching. So I have watched the first 3 episodes. I am all caught up as of filming this. I think they come out on Wednesdays. But again, amazing show. Ted Lasso is a great character. How he handles things and everything, he's awesome. So looking forward to seeing how they conclude that whole thing. I'm sure there's only like 10 episodes because they do that now. I'm not a fan. But so Ted Lasso has been really good. I randomly clicked on a Netflix show called Wellmania, and I think that's how you say it, Wellmania. It is an Australian comedy, which there's another Australian comedy on Netflix that I really like called The Letdown. It's about momming. It's kind of like the Australian version of Working Moms. Really great show. But Wellmania was also super great. It started out super funny and then it started to get a little more serious and heartfelt, and season 1 ended definitely on a cliffhanger and I am like, when does it come back? So I'm sure like they've already aired season 2 in Australia and I have to wait. So I'm like, a really good picture of like how Americans kind of like kill themselves to work. Even though it's Australian, she works in America. her purse gets stolen with her green card in it, and then they won't let her go back to the United States because she's unhealthy. So she has to pass her health exam. And it's hilarity ensues, obviously. So it's a really good one. Definitely watch it. Very bingeable. I think there's only 8 or 10 episodes. So check that one out. I thought it was great. I also watched a show on Amazon Prime. Well, it's not a show. I watched a movie on Amazon Prime called The Ideal Home. Or maybe it's just called Ideal Home. I think it's just Ideal Home. And I clicked on it because it said in the first sentence that Paul Rudd and Steve Coonan were a couple. And I thought that was an interesting choice. So I clicked on it immediately. And if you are looking for a feel-good, foul-mouthed comedy, dramedy, 100% think you should check that one out because it was really funny, but like had a really great message. It was super heartfelt, and I really liked it. Like as a couple, one of their grandsons shows up at the door and is like, "My dad's in jail, and this is where I have to be." And they're like this couple, they live in Santa Fe and they don't have children and they have fancy things and they don't know anything about having kids or raising kids or anything. So they're kind of like thrown for a loop, but really, it's a really good one. I enjoyed it. And just for some nostalgia, I started rewatching The Good Place. I just finished season 1 and that's such a good show. Ted Danson is so good. Kristen Bell is so good. The story, it's just amazing. It's a really good one. The girl who plays Janet, I think her name's Darcy. She's really awesome. Really good show. If you've never watched The Good Place, you can watch all the seasons on Netflix. Really good. And I love how that one ended. So like knowing how it ends kind of makes it fun to watch again because you know you're not going to be pissed off at the ending. The ending was very good. So yeah, that is all the things I have been watching while I've been cross-stitching. That is everything that I have for you guys today. So all the links to all my patterns and everything are in the description, and as well as things like my Twitch, Instagram, all that good stuff. If you want to join the Heart of the Season Stitch Along and you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. And don't forget to leave a comment with the number 500 in it so that I can enter you into the giveaway. And again, those will be announced. Those winners will be announced next FlossTube, so in 2 weeks. And with that, I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to this point, you win. And I will see you guys in the next video.